Okay, in this lesson we're going to be learning My Girl by the Temptations. It's got a great classic guitar riff at the beginning using pentatonic major scale. Climbs right up it. And you'll recognize this if you're not familiar with the song. So the song is in C, and there is a key shift later in the tune that we'll get into. There's kind of two guitar parts. So we're going to get into both of them and maybe how you can kind of combine both parts if you're playing by yourself. So the song starts out at the beginning with a little bass riff, I guess. And you can mimic this on guitar if you want. I didn't include this in the tab, but it's pretty easy. You're just going to play the 5th of C, which is G, right here on the 5th fret of the D string, and go to the 3rd fret of the A string, which is C. And you're going to kind of want to palm mute that, make it more staccato. And then our famous riff comes in. It's a C pentatonic major riff. It's going to start on the 3rd fret of the A string. You come up here to the 5th string, play the 5th fret, 5, 7, 5, 7 on the D string, and then 5 on the G string. Does that twice. And that's the intro. And then we get into the verse, which is the same riff. It's just going to alternate between C major and F major. So we're going to start on C. Then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to start on F on the 1st fret of the E string. It's the same finger pattern. Then back to C, back to F. And then we're into the chorus. Now, there's another guitar doing these, what I like to call chanks of the chords underneath. And that's the Motown guys on guitar, they would play these high chord voicings. So for C, if you take your C major bar chord here, and you're just playing what your 2nd and 1st finger would be playing on the G, B, and E strings. So it's just that. So all you got to do is bar on the 8th fret, the E and B string, and on the 9th fret, put your 2nd finger, and you have, it's on the 2 and the 4, the 2nd and 4th beat. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the C, I'm playing that. For the F, I'm playing part of this F major bar chord with the root on the A string. And I'm just playing the 10th fret of the B and G string. And it's real short, staccato. You don't want to let it ring. You don't want to do. You want it short and choppy. And that's going on while this is going on. Okay? So that pretty much takes care of the verses. Now, when you get into the chorus, you do the same thing with the choppiness, but it follows the chord progression changes. So you got two guitars. One is basically just playing chords as whole notes. So it's going C, D minor, F, G. And you repeat that. C, D minor, F, G. Does that twice. So I'm playing a C major bar chord with the root on the A string, a D minor bar chord with the root on the A string, F major bar chord, G major bar chord. Okay, does that twice. Okay, now the other guitar is doing chanks. So it's doing C to D, F, G, C, And again, it's always on the 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing the C there. I'm doing the D minor here, 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret. It's just the upper register of that chord, okay? And then I'm doing the same formation for the F major and G major as we did for the C major. So this is an F major bar chord, just playing the upper register and then sliding up to the C. Okay, you do that twice. Now, if you're playing by yourself, you can kind of combine the two. You can't play the exact voicings, but you could do. So I'm hitting root note on the chord first and then chanking the higher strings. Okay, now we're into the second part of the chorus. It's a C or a C major 7. I think the strings in there kind of indicate a C major 7. It's really hard to hear exactly what the guitar's doing, but I feel like the C major 7 sounds more like it. So a C major 7 is played like this, so like a C major chord, but you need this note right here. So I'm barring the 3rd fret. I'm putting my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the D string, 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and pinky on the 5th fret of the B string, and I'm still getting my 3rd fret on the high E string. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes to a D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. And then F, G twice. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we're back into the verse. Now you could do the chanks in there too. And it's just, you're just using the upper register of those chords. And I think I tabbed that out, so you can check that out. So let me go to another verse. I think everything's the same. Does another chorus, and then we're into the solo section, which changes a little bit and is where it modulates to a different key. Okay, so in the solo section, we're going to start like it was a verse. So you're going to do the riff. Twice. So C, F, C, F. Then it's going to go to a D minor chord. 2, 3, 4. To G. 2, 3, 4. So D minor. 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. E minor, same as D minor, just going to move it up a whole step. E minor, 2, 3, 4, and then an A, all the way up here on the 12th fret. I'm just using major bar chords with the root on the A string. Okay, so one more time with that part of the solo, or that is the solo. After that, it's going to go into the third verse, which is modulated up to the key of D. So, solo. It does 3 hits on that A. Now we are into the last verse, which is in D now. So everything's the same. It's just all shifted up a whole step. So the riff now starts on the 5th fret and alternates between D and G. And then our chorus is D, E minor, G, A, D, E minor, G, A, D minor 7, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor. Now, in the past, we just go on the My Girl part, but at the end, it does a little turnaround because it's just going to start repeating the chorus. So from here, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just A, G, F sharp minor, E minor. Back to our D major 7. So you can always do the thing too where you're adding in the chanks, and I tabbed all that stuff out if you want to play them as two separate guitar parts, but if I was playing it, this is probably how I would play it. Okay, so that's it for My Girl by The Temptations.